What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again answering the questions that you asked me. Make sure you go to the askchazzellisproject.com so you can be a part of picking the next video. Also, if you want to get a consultation, you can do that. And if you want to make a donation to help keep the Chaz Ellis Project going, you can do that also. And I appreciate everybody who's already done that. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for people who buy consultations and just people who get on the website in general. Anyway, the question that I got was picked on the website, askchazzellisproject.com. This is one of the fan picks. What do you do if another woman wants your man? That's a good one because that happens a lot. Usually if you have somebody that's pretty good, other people are going to want them too. It's normal. That's just going to happen. There's no way that you're going to have a good person and other people are not going to try to take them from you. People don't respect boundaries. And you also have to understand, you can't really get mad at people for doing that because, I mean, it's not like it's just an abundance of great people in the world for everybody to date. I mean, I know in some, in elementary school, they're like, there's somebody out there for everybody and all that kind of crap. But I don't know if that's true or not, honestly. So sometimes you got to take what you want, and people are going to try to do that. So yeah, that's something you're gonna run into. Anyway, one of the biggest things that we look at with this kind of situation is we have to evaluate the situation, and that's number one thing that you have to think about. Evaluate the situation, because sometimes we have unrealistic expectations of our partners. Sometimes we don't really know what's going on, and we think we do, and we kind of make a move, and you seem stupid. You don't want to make a move that's going to make a fool out of yourself. So make sure you evaluate the situation. See if your partner is pursuing them also, or if your partner doesn't even, because it may be a situation where your man may not even know that this woman likes him. Your man may not even know this woman is trying to get with him. Because sometimes it's a situation where we might read a text message or email. This is where text messages and emails can be dangerous. We might read a text message or an email, and it may have some innuendo or something like that in there, and we're like, what the heck? Why is he getting this from her? What is wrong with him? I'm about to slap oh my God, I'm going to go off on him when I see him. But what you're not realizing is that they may have been working in the same place for like 8-9 months, and this has been a buildup. She might be sending them regular little emails and stuff like that, like, hey, could you get me some coffee while you're going up there? Do some instant messenger or something like that. And he's like, yeah, I got you. Or, some stuff like, hey, do you have a stapler? Just regular stuff. And then, getting a little bit more slick with it every step of the way. And you might be reading that last email, and he didn't even have an opportunity to process that, and what it was. And you going off on him immediately when you really didn't take the time out to evaluate the situation to see if that was something that was two-sided or if it was kind of a situation where this person's been trying to overstep little by little. Because, as a guy, I understand the concept of doing that. And just to give you some more information for your help to help you evaluate, you kind of have to know what people who try to steal somebody else's significant other are generally trying to do anyway. Usually what they're trying to do is come in on a friend tip. Oh, we're cool. Let's become friends. Let's become this, They don't come in trying to get at the dude right off. Usually what they do is they try to be cool with him. And through being cool with him, what they generally try to do is find out the weak spots in your relationship so that they can get the blueprint for how to get your man from you. So that's kind of their thing, and that's what they're doing. So most of the time, really, in the beginning, your man probably doesn't even have an idea of any kind that girl's trying to get at him. So that's something you want to do some research on. That way you know what to do. That way you kind of have a good idea maybe not even know what to do, but have a good idea what's going on. And also what kind of expectation you should have for the behavior, for your guy's behavior. Because you can't be like, don't you ever talk to that girl again. Don't you let me catch you speaking to her, okay? Because if you do, it's going to be something. And, she's his boss. Or she works right next to him. How is that even really possible that he's never going to talk to that person? So you have to have realistic expectations. And you can only do that through evaluation and understanding the situation. Let's see. You want to make it about him and not her. And what I mean by that is when you come into a situation, you start being like, oh my God, who is that girl? Who is that? Okay, why are you looking at her? Who is she? She's looking at you. She trying to get at you. I saw her over here. She went and got you some food. She don't need to be getting you no food. I get the food around here, okay? She don't need to be getting no food. This ain't Wendy's. This ain't McDonald's. You don't need that bitch to give you your order. I'll get the orders around here, okay? If you want a sandwich, I get the sandwich. As a matter of fact, you don't even go up there, okay? You don't go get no sandwich, okay? I get sandwich. You sit here. That's how it's going to be from now on. Don't make it don't make it about her going over here and doing something for her. Don't make it about her looking at him or talking to him or whatever the case may be. If she offered to do something, or if she tries to get involved in some kind of way in your lives, like she's like, oh, hey, man, my car broke down, and Jenna said she would take me to work, man. You know what I'm saying? So you don't got to do it. And then you come out, no, that's what's not going to happen, okay? What is Jenna's Greyhound? Is she Greyhound now? We don't need her. Leave the driving to me. Don't be leaving the driving to nobody else. Don't take you there. Ain't no 68 or less. No, you going to ride with me, okay? Not no Janet, nobody else. I don't give a damn. You're not going to do that. So now you making it about her. So he's like, well, damn, you don't trust me to ride with somebody else? What's up with that? So you make it about, no, I don't want nobody else to have to take you to work, babe. I'll take you. Don't worry about it. Simple. Because what happens a lot of times is you show jealousy, and it makes the other person feel like you don't trust them and you don't respect them. So then they may not even want that ride from that person, but they kind of now feel like, wait a minute, I'm a grown man. You gonna sit here I've done nothing for you to believe that I would cheat on you, and this how you gonna talk to me and act towards me? But if you make it about them, if you make it about your partner and be like, oh no, I don't want nobody else to have to do that. Don't want nobody else getting you no sandwich. I got you, babe. I'm gonna get you a sandwich. I want to make sure you get it the right way, what you like. You know, you make it about them, then they don't really even notice that, because they may not notice this person is trying to get at them. You know, they may not even, or they may see it a little bit and not be focused on that person at all. But when you make it about that person, then you draw the focus on that person. You know, so make it about, and you also make it to a point where you start insulting the person that you're with. Because they're thinking like, wait a minute, how you going to act like I'm about to be with her or whatever, and I'm with you? You're insulting that person. Because the worst thing you can do to somebody who's not doing something is accuse them of doing something. That's kind of, across the board. If somebody accused you of stealing, what would you say to them? Like if somebody was like, yo, man, you stole this money out of my wallet. You get pissed. You probably want to fight the person. So that's kind of like when you make it about her, you're kind of accusing your partner of doing something. So you don't want to do that. You want to make it about him and putting that time and that energy into him and not making it like, okay, I'm just doing this as a reaction to what she's doing. And that piggybacks this with, don't help her out. Don't help her. Don't let her start, because this is what you have to understand. When somebody's trying to steal someone from you, they generally don't want to be in a direct competition. What they want to do is break y'all up so then they can just step right in. They don't want direct competition, because most people who feel like they got to steal somebody else's man are not people who are confident in the fact that they can get their own man. Duh. If they were confident in the fact they can get their own man, they wouldn't be trying to get yours. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you don't help her out, because she's going to try to do little slick stuff to try to cause a divide in your relationship. That way, you'll kick him to the curb, and then she can get him. She's like, I got him. Ha ha. Tricked you. You know, that kind of thing. She's going to try to get y'all arguing and fussing and fighting over her. Like, why is she so jealous of me? I ain't trying to get you. I'm just trying to be cool. Your car broke down. I just offered you a ride. I don't know why this chick is tripping like that. You said she yelled at you? I don't see why women be doing that. And she's over here doing this stuff and exposing all the weaknesses in your relationship. And he's kind of thinking to himself like, you know what? Because you can push anybody away. Don't get it twisted. I know a lot of y'all be watching this like, well, if you want to go with her, go ahead and do it. Yada, yada, yada. But you can push anybody away. I don't care who you are. I don't care how nice of a person they are. You can push anybody away. So don't help her. Don't get out there and start cussing him out and going off because of things that she's doing. The question was, what do you do when somebody wants your man? Okay? They didn't say that he wanted her. So if he doesn't want her, don't push it in that direction. Don't help her out. Don't cuss him out. Don't go off on him. Don't get mad at him because of what she's doing. Make sure that you keep it focused on the love and stuff that y'all have for each other and not helping her out by cussing them out and talking trash and all that kind of stuff. Because that's what she wants you to do. That way it gives her an opportunity to be like, oh my God, why is she like this? Yo, you got to go through this all the time? Because that's what people do. It's like if I was going to try to steal somebody's woman, that's what I would do. Is I would try to get in that person's ear. Hey, you know what I'm saying, girl, you deserve better. All that nonsense. And then that person would get mad, and I try to act like a friend at first. And the more angry that person got about my presence, the more I would use that as an opportunity to get to make the girl feel like, you know, that she had a dude that didn't trust her, that she had a dude that was not respecting her and stuff like that. And then that would make it more likely for them to break up, and then boom, I slip right on in. That's what these women do. They ain't doing nothing but trying to break y'all up so they can slip in. So they're going to try to cause a rift in your relationship so that they can slip in. Don't help them. Don't make it easy for them. Next is pull them close. If you pull him close and she doesn't, and you follow the other steps first, you evaluate the situation, you make it about him and not her, and you don't help her out, he's not even going to know that this has anything to do with her. Because when you pull the person close, you don't want to make it seem like you're doing it out of jealousy. You want to do it because, you know, I love you, I care about you, I'm just trying to spend time with you, and things of that nature. Pull that person close. As you strengthen your relationship, that's going to weaken the other person's resolve. Because they only want to be a part, they only want to try to get into a relationship that's on the rocks, that's broken, that's messed up in some kind of way. If you start bringing this dude lunch and all this kind of stuff, and he's like, oh man, my girl bringing me lunch, man, dang. You know, and other dudes is like, man, you got a good one there. You know, stuff like that. It's going to make her a little bit weakened in her resolve. If you guys are going places, doing stuff together, you like, hey, I just planned a vacation for us, babe. And it also lets you know where his head is at. Because if he's taking that stuff in, then that means he's probably not checking for her at all. If he's like, yeah, girl, bring me some lunch at work, that lets you know that he's probably not checking for her, because if he was, he wouldn't really want you coming to work. So it works two ways. But the more you start pulling him close, if he comes towards you, that means that he's probably not checking for her, and maybe that don't even notice that she's trying to get at him. If he kind of pulls back when you try to pull towards him, then you might need to be more concerned and start doing another evaluation, because clearly you might have missed something, because he might really be checking for her. But if you start bringing him lunch at work, if you make sure you give him rides and stuff like that, and don't really say nothing about it, don't really trip, spend more time being nice to him and stuff like that, it really lets you know where you stand. And it also makes her feel like, okay, clearly they got a relationship that's ironclad. I'm not getting in this. She don't seem to know about me. She don't seem to care about me. And that's gonna weaken her resolve when you're not worried about her, and y'all just you just loving them more and more and more. Y'all seem to be getting closer. It's going to weaken her resolve quite a bit. The more she starts seeing you and the more y'all start spending time kissy-facing together and stuff like that, it's going to make her kind of feel like, okay, this isn't a relationship that's already weak that I can break up so I can get in. She's going to probably go hunt for another relationship that's kind of weak that she can kind of slip on in. Because she probably doesn't have the confidence to go in a head-to-head competition with somebody. People who generally have that kind of confidence aren't really trying to get other people's man. All right, so hopefully I was able to help you out with that. Make sure you go to the askchazzellisproject.com so you can help pick the next video. Also, make sure you go there if you want to get a consultation. We got different levels of consultations. And if you want to make a donation, because that's what keeps us going. It's people getting consultations, making donations, things like that. And I really appreciate everybody who's already done that. Also, go to Ask Chazzellis on Facebook. Get involved in some of the discussions, ask questions, things of that nature. Once again, it's your man, Chazzellis. Make sure you share this video with somebody else. Like it, subscribe, be a part of it. Peace.